AI assistants like Siri and Alexa just keep getting better at seeing, hearing, and understanding the world. But how exactly do they get so good at connecting vision and language? Some fascinating new research has uncovered clues inside the neural networks powering these AI systems. By studying one model closely, researchers discovered special, multimodal neurons that light up for related visual and textual concepts. For instance, one neuron activates when the system sees or says something about horses. This suggests the model has started linking up vision and language on its own, without being explicitly programmed to do so. In this video, I'll provide background on AI and multimodal learning. Then I'll explain how the researchers identified these multimodal neurons, and what their existence reveals about how AI systems create connections between modalities like vision and speech. This sheds new light on the emerging intelligence and flexibility of modern artificial intelligence. Let's dive in. Background on training AI to understand vision and language. In recent years, there has been huge progress in AI systems that can understand and generate language, images, video, and more. For example, models like DALL-E can create realistic pictures from text captions. A key that enables these multimodal abilities is training neural networks to align their internal representations across vision, language, and other modalities. The models learn to form semantic connections between, say, the image of a horse and textual descriptions of horses. This allows them to transfer and translate between modalities. Researchers have developed various techniques for training such multimodal AI systems. A common approach is end-to-end training, directly supervising a model to perform tasks requiring the integration of modalities, like captioning images with text descriptions. But despite their impressive abilities, exactly how these AI systems stitch together concepts across vision, language, and other modalities remains rather opaque. Can we get a glimpse into their secret inner workings? Studying an AI model trained on vision and language separately. This brings us to the recent work that discovered multimodal neurons inside AI models. The researchers focused on studying one particular model. This model consists of two main modules. One is a vision module trained only to recognize parts of images, without any language involved. The other is a language module trained only on large amounts of text, without any visual inputs. The key is that these vision and language modules were trained separately, not joined together from the start. The researchers then took these independently trained modules and combined them. The vision module's outputs are connected as inputs to the language module. This enables the language module to generate textual captions for images, by receiving visual inputs from the vision module. But the core vision and language components themselves were not directly trained together to perform multimodal tasks. This setup resembles a blind person gaining sight and then having to learn to connect their new vision with their prior linguistic knowledge. It provides a unique testbed for studying whether multimodal connections can emerge after vision and language systems are combined. Discovering neurons that link vision and language. So what happened when the researchers analyzed this model comprising separately trained vision and language modules? They found that individual artificial neurons in the language module started to respond to both visual inputs and related textual concepts. For instance, one neuron activated strongly for images of horses as well as linguistic descriptions involving horses. Other neurons linked other visual objects like trains and foods with corresponding words. It appears these neurons had learned an implicit connection between visual inputs and semantically related language. Almost like little multimodal micro-programs buried within the AI system, that started translating between modalities. The researchers called them multimodal neurons, neurons in the language module that responded bidirectionally to both vision and language. This demonstrated the model had started aligning representations across vision and language on its own, without being explicitly trained to do so. Identifying multimodal neurons via model analysis techniques. But how did the researchers actually surface these multimodal neurons, hidden within the vast neural networks making up the language module? They utilized a set of model analysis techniques to reveal the inner workings of the AI system. First, they fed the model images and had it generate descriptive captions. Then they methodically analyzed how much each neuron contributed to predicting each word in the generated text. Neurons that strongly influenced predictions of words related to the visual inputs are likely bridging vision and language within the model. The researchers also decoded the knowledge encoded within each neuron by mapping its internal parameters back into the model's word space. Some neurons contained clear representations connecting visual concepts like horses to relevant language and terminology. By bringing together these techniques, they revealed a subset of neurons that demonstrated clear multimodal behavior, activating for related inputs and outputs across vision and language. This analysis opened up the black box of this AI model, illuminating how multimodal connections emerged in its internal artificial neurons. The significant implications of discovering multimodal neurons. Now that we understand how the researchers discovered these multimodal neurons, what does this finding mean for AI? It demonstrates neural networks have a striking capacity for self-supervised multimodal learning. Without being explicitly trained to associate concepts across modalities, they discover correlations on their own within the data. It suggests advanced AI models have started developing more general modal representations. Rather than being siloed to one modality, they form more abstract connections across vision, language, etc. This could underlie their versatility at multimodal tasks, and it shows individual artificial neurons can take on surprisingly interpretable roles, even within massive models trained end-to-end on raw data. This offers a glimpse into their previously opaque inner workings. Moving forward, these insights around cross-modal learning could allow researchers to engineer more powerful and adaptable AI systems. For instance, by reinforcing beneficial multimodal associations within models. More broadly, identifying what's happening inside AI models represents crucial progress toward interpretability and transparency in AI. It opens up possibilities for improving systems. In this video, we peeled back the curtain on multimodal neurons within artificial intelligence systems. By studying a model trained on vision and language separately, researchers illuminated how AI models can start to connect modalities on their own in meaningful ways. Analyzing the model's multimodal neurons gave insight into its emerging intelligence and ability to discover correlations across distinct sources of data like images and speech. This brings us steps closer to demystifying and improving AI. I hope you enjoyed this dive into the fascinating inner workings of multimodal artificial intelligence. Let me know if you have any other machine learning topics you would like explained.